Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Dogecoin, Cardano, and then we're going to welcome Toncoin to the top 10. So let's get straight into it. Bitcoin against USD. Before we go that, I want to take a look at, Bitcoin dominance. So we have not taken a look at Bitcoin dominance for some time, and we have a target over here for Bitcoin dominance at 54% ever since 20th of March 2023, and we're still expecting more upside, which means that potentially more downside for everyone. We're already out of the falling channel, kind of a chart pattern over here, so we're expecting it to continue higher. We're already out. We're broken out of the resistance, retested it, so more upside is to be expected for Bitcoin dominance, right? 54% is the target that we have. The reason why we have 54% is that it's a target which ties in well with the weekly skinny pink line, right? It's where the resistance is at. So I think once we hit 54%, we'll have some sort of a resistance, and after that, a sell-off back towards the downside. This is probably going to take several more weeks, months before it hits 54%, right? More likely than not. Of course, we can always be wrong in all of our analysis, but 54% is the target that we have for Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to Bitcoin and start. So for Bitcoin, if you look at it on a weekly, right, 1 week ago, this was what happened. Right, we closed with a green candlestick, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that on the 28th of August, right, the week starting 28th of August, there was big selling that came. So again, I still expect more downside for Bitcoin, right? Big selling still happening. Sure, you can argue that this could be a potential break of the resistance, but it's, even if you were to rally all the way back up, take out the highs over here, I still expect this to happen, right? So again, I'm still biased bearish at this point of time for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin were to drop lower, very likely everyone else is going to drop lower as well. Of course, there are outliers here and there where you will see it, start rising. So Toncoin is a very good example of that, right? It's up for the past 7 days, up 37%. No one else is as insane as Toncoin. So moving on will be Ethereum against BTC. So for Ethereum against BTC, we continue to see weakness, right? So I think this is going to tie in very well with what BTC is doing. So BTC could still be dropping, and it's going to pull Ethereum down even faster. And so you're going to see the ETH-BTC pair drop lower to our second target over here at 0.055. There is a strong possibility that we could complete a symmetrical and head higher. Of course, things can always go wrong, but I feel like this is a potential symmetrical in the making where we break out for Ethereum against BTC. We are kind of above the skinny pink line, and we are forming a bullish continuation chart pattern in the form of a symmetrical triangle. So potentially much more upside could be coming on for Ethereum BTC. But if you were to hit target at 0.055, we'll be going very close towards the skinny pink line. And that's not good. We don't want to see that to happen. So there's also a strong possibility we could be heading lower, right? But even if we were to head lower, this would be great because we could be getting a C. A, up, down, C. A, B, C, right? Get a D, E, and then pump. But this would be 2028 though, right? So this could be a extended move to 2028, right? And if Ethereum were to drop against BTC, this is going to be brutal. It's gonna be brutal, boys and girls. So again, we're not entirely sure. We still think that this could complete as asymmetrical, right? Because we're falling in a very controlled manner. So more likely than not, if this were to be a falling channel, the direction is up. More likely than not, right? So but if you look at Ethereum against USD, it is not looking good. Ethereum USD, we're already forming mountains over here, right? We've already touched the support once, twice, 3 times. It's only a matter of time before we continue breaking lower, right? At the same time, this is also not what I would consider as a high quality tradable chart pattern. We're already quite, in an oversold state on the RSI. So even if you were to break the support, I suspect there could be strong rallies eventually. So we're still open to this possibility though. But I suspect that I think we're going to revisit this, right? I think once we crossback under the skinny pink line, we're just going to consider this as largely invalidated, right? We will revisit the 3000 and 3007 target eventually when things start turning bullish, right? Maybe this thing, I mean, if Ethereum turns into an inverse head and shoulders, sure, we will re-evaluate our upside targets. But for now, we will consider this as largely invalidated. BNB against BTC, very weak. BNB BTC is continuing to hover above the support line. So again, I guess it's only a matter of time before BNB hits lower. Again, we are in a very, very oversold state for BNB. We are under the skinny pink line on the daily, and we're anticipating more downside for BNB against BTC. These two lows, more likely than not, should be taken out. And we'll probably, I mean, if there's a real deep fall that comes, I suspect that we'll have a stop at around 0.005, which is, again, another, I don't know, 40%. Yeah, that's brutal. We'll see how it goes first though, but this is looking like a very low quality, still is, but a low quality type of a head and shoulders, right? Very small right shoulder. I'm a bit hesitant to call this a proper head and shoulders, right? If anything, I'll prefer to cut across everything, right? And call this a variety of a mountain range that has really broken towards the downside. So again, we are tearing away from the skinny pink line. We were only this far, and then now we are this far. If we continue dropping, we're going to tear even further away from the skinny pink line, right? Super oversold, super bearish for BNB against BTC. Things just aren't really looking that good for BNB. So yeah, we're going to have to move, take things one step at a time, but be extremely cautious about rushing into a trade too soon for BNB. We have two targets over here, 173 and 122. Way back in November, we got this target last year, and we're still anticipating the possibility of more downside for BNB USD. But again, we are already super oversold over here. We already oversold in this area, and now we are again oversold. So I suspect a strong bounce is not out of the realms of possibility, right? Against a little bit of a noise over here. So we could be heading towards 122. We might even slice into double digits though for BNB. Again, BNB is very, very weak, very weak. And you can also argue that this could be something like a descending, right? Holding as a mountain 1, completing mountain 2. Again, there could be a strong rally, but this rally could end up as a mountain number 3 as Binance collapses lower, right? If we get a high quality descending triangle, oh boy, I think there's something very wrong that's coming for Binance, something, a tragedy waiting to happen, right? I mean, of course, you know, we could also see things start rallying, but oh my god, it's just not really looking that good for me. So you gotta be so careful about rushing to anything for BNB. XRP against BTC. Here we are for XRP. Again, for XRP, not much. You know, it's not as high quality as I would expect. Sure, there is, you know, touches of the resistance line, but then again, I still feel that we're gonna take out these lows though. Right. XRP BTC is just not as yeah, no, I'm not really that convinced. I still think that we're gonna head lower though. Right. We're hopeful that XRP will head back higher, but yeah, we kind of have crossed back under the skinny pink line, so we're just gonna consider this as largely invalidated. Again, we will revisit it if and when things start turning bullish, but at this point of time, yeah, no, I don't think so. But if you look very closely, right, this is where the range of accumulation is happening for XRP BTC, right? But it's very huge though, the range, right? 500%. Zipping up and down. Oh my god. Yeah, nope. We're not going to be doing anything for XRP BTC. It's just not as obvious. Not at this point of time. XRP against USD. Here we see a descending triangle. Very big one. We were expecting this head and shoulders to play out towards the downside, but nope. Whale shenanigans. Welcome to the world of trading. We got a symmetrical. Broke out. Now we're back down. We're slicing through the skinny pink line. Again, I suspect this whole thing could be considered as a big left shoulder. This whole thing could be a very big head, and then we could get a right shoulder as we head lower towards our initial targets of 16 cents. We had targets over here for a long time, but when this happened, yeah, everything was just considered as invalidated, right? But the whales were like, hey, nope. come back down. We're still gonna come back towards our 16 cents target potentially. So yeah, it doesn't really look that good, not to me. Right, again, you can also draw parallels to this. This was a very nice mountain range here. Big one, medium, small, you expect a collapse, right? But nope, what happened? We rose higher, took out the highs over here. We zip lower, took out everybody's stop sell over here. Then we zip back higher, took out everybody's stop buy. And then we pulled lower. So it's like, hey, yo, bro, what's happening? Yeah, so XRP whales are very cheeky. So I think XRP is already making preparations to come back lower. We might go through some form of consolidation first before heading lower. Again, maybe another small right shoulder over here. But again, I can't say for sure. So we're gonna have to take things one step at a time for XRP. Dogecoin against BTC. Here we are for Dogecoin. Yeah, it's just nothing obvious for us. It's just very untradable on the BTC pair. But on the USD pair, we have two targets over here, 2 cents and 2.2 cents. So more downside to be expected for Dogecoin, right? We are completing, oh boy, a very, very big descending triangle. We may even go past 2 cents down to 1 cent because this is where the support area is, right? The first support area will be about 1.3 cents. Oh boy, but I mean, if I were to take a shot for Dogecoin, right? This is where I'm going to be getting off the elevator, right? 2.7 and then 2.2. So yeah, no, I think Dogecoin is going to hit much lower. This is as clear as it gets, the descending triangle. I don't know, I still feel that there's big downside to come for crypto as a whole. Again, there are also outliers, you know, with high quality, bullish chart patterns. But crypto as a whole, I still think it's going to drop lower, especially for Ethereum. Ethereum doesn't look good at all. So, yeah, no. Oh boy, it's just not really looking that good. Cardano ADA against BTC. Okay, ADA could be an outlier. ADA still has downsides though. Anyway, we've already crossed the right shoulder over here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, head and shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. Which gives us a target of 730. Which is another, 20% more. 22% plus towards the downside. Who knows, man? We could drop all the way down, taking out these lows over here, which is another 46% potentially, but we don't have targets that far. But we are aware that it could drop that low, so we're gonna have to proceed with caution. But we like what we see on AWC. Is beautiful. I think Charles has something up his sleeves. I'm not so sure what's happening, but if and when Cardano starts the bull trend, is gonna fly so high. So yeah, I think ADA has huge potential to go into the top 3. Potentially. If ADA BTC drops, obviously ADA USD is going to drop as well. We're at 25 cents right now. Major support will be found at around 1.5 cents. We might blast through 1.5 cents, but again, I can't say for sure. But yeah, ADA is still pretty weak to me. At this point of time, sure, you can argue that there are bullish divergences. In the smaller time frames, you'll be able to see it, bullish divergences. So there could be a rally coming on for ADA USD, but ADA BTC has just broken the head and shoulders, so more downsides to be expected for ADA. Toncoin, welcome to the top 10. Toncoin, okay, BTC is just not as clear. I'm just going to take a look at the USD pair, only the USD pair. So Toncoin against USD. Very nice symmetrical triangle in the making, right? We're assuming this is a B, C, D, E. This is what you call an extended E, and E outside of the resistance. But you can also argue that this could also be a potential ascending triangle. Aha! So there could be a deep retracement coming on for Toncoin. Again, we're not entirely sure though. We know that Toncoin is very bullish. Why? Because of all the bots that's being built on Telegram and also on Discord. So yeah, so that's why you see Ton, rallying all the way back up, right? Over here, there was an inverse head and shoulders, not exactly textbook perfect, but still an inverse head and shoulders. Broke out, retest, out. Very strong rally. We are already overbought though, so you do not buy things when they are overbought, right? You have to wait for the opportunity to present itself. We're above the skinny pink line, so the hope is that for Toncoin to continue higher. Just keep going higher. And then, yeah, we have a deep correction, right? But at this point of time, yeah, again, we're not entirely sure. We suspect that Toncoin could still head lower. We are already overbought, so this is just not a good area to be buying or going long for Toncoin. And I do not think it's ready for shorts as well. I don't see any bearish chart patterns, any bearish reversals. And you can see that again, the volume is very high over here, which means that the whales have already started selling off their stash. Right? Look at the volume. The whales are already selling off. So always remember that for every buyer, there's always a seller. So when you see strong, high volume towards the upside, yeah, whales have already started selling. So this is not an area to be going long. There's nothing much for us to do right at this point of time. So we're just gonna be patient and we're gonna wait for the Ton whales to do their thing. Alright, boys and girls, I guess that's it for today's top 10. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!